Brother, 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 brother. SFW, Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast, took a week off because of week off reasons.
Yeah, busy, doing shit.
Busy. Brother, brother, brother.
Exactly.
Brother. More on that later. More on that later. Of course. So guess what? A pay-per-view happened.
Really? A pay-per-view happened? I would have never guessed by the millions of tweets that I heard.
Yeah, that's why I don't pay attention to Twitter on pay-per-view nights. So before we get into that, the big news, of course, is the network is set up.
Finally! It's been about 2 years promoting this bitch.
Yeah, it's been a very long time coming. I have not purchased it yet because there's going to be bugs, and there were bugs. People not being able to sign up. All that
I'm
stuff.
not surprised.
So I let that go, and I'll sign up later before WrestleMania, because hey, if I get to see a live WrestleMania, I'll do it. Yeah.
Naturally.
And some good things coming from the network is that it's mainly uncensored.
That's good.
The only censorship in the broadcast seemed to be from like ECW, the music.
That kind of makes sense to me, because that's more a licensing issue than anything else.
Yeah.
Which I can understand why they would want to censor that. You don't want to be inadvertently sued because you were using something that you didn't have the right to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if they're keeping it uncensored, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah, it's uncensored, and one of my one of the features that I like personally is the search by superstar.
So if you're not feeling like watching anything else, you feel like, hey, you know what, I want to see a Rey Mysterio match.
Yeah.
Bing bum punk. There we go. You have 1 million Rey Mysterio matches.
Yes, you have 1 billion Rey Mysterio matches, and
about 5 of them you see him getting injured, but that's part of the
knee.
case in my... Yeah, I am a Rey Mysterio fan, but I will admit he is getting hurt way more often.
Yeah. And the 24/7 live stream, I'm going to spend all my bored hours watching that, because this is like one step in a great direction for me for finally cutting off the cable.
Yes.
All I need is wrestling and basketball, and that's it. Screw everything else.
I'd love to say that, but god damn it, I love a lot of USA programming.
Well, that's what Netflix is for.
True.
Okay, so anyways, pay-per-view time. Elimination Chamber. I came into this pay-per-view, it's like, why do I want to watch this? Really, it was like, yeah, I know who's going to win, and why should I care?
Because you are a loyal fan. That's why you care.
And then I remembered why. And that was the Wyatt family versus the Shield. And
All right.
And holy crap, this was a fantastic match. It was a war.
From what I heard, yes. This was pretty much the match of the night.
I compare this match to the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian ladder match at No Mercy.
Big praises there, dude.
Because, yeah, this is 6 young guys. Well, youngish. The Harper is not so... He has grays all over, but still.
Well, naturally. Young in young in a sense that these guys are relatively new to the system.
Yes, exactly. And they just gave it their all. I mean, the flying all over the place. Bray Wyatt literally flying all over the place because he just runs into people. Mid-air collision. Seth Rollins is like a sober Jeff Hardy.
That's actually a good comparison, now that I think about it. A sober Jeff Hardy, that probably makes him a better asset. You don't have to worry about all the shit that comes with it.
I know. And, it's one of those hope for the future things, because these guys are the future, and seeing, the past and, the drug use and, the steroid things and all that stuff, it's like everything's the future is looking so bright, you gotta wear shades. Yeah, I mean...
Yes, I pulled that lame joke out of my ass.
Yeah, exactly. It's like everything's gonna be all right.
Or to use another famous song right now, "Everything is Awesome."
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm so fixated on the Lego Movie.
Okay, so I also watched the Divas match. It was basically Shield Wyatt's Divas match and the Chamber for me, really.
Mm-hmm.
So the Divas match, Cameron got a Divas title shot against AJ, and Tamina accidentally super kicked AJ in the face, but then forced a disqualification, so AJ kept her title. But Tamina
so shenanigans, pretty much.
Well, yeah, it's shenanigans, but you sympathize. It's one of those. Besides, nobody really likes Cameron anyway.
Ouch.
I mean, you rename your DDT to Girl Bye, and you're not going to get any sympathy from me.
Exactly.
So, and by the way, this is the same woman from the Tough Enough who said that, what was it? She said to Stone Cold her favorite match was like Melina versus Kelly. And Stone Cold's like, what?
Oh god, not even for a Divas match, that shit. If I remember correctly, that was shit.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't like that mixed tag match with Bradshaw and Trish and the other two, which is probably the worst mixed tag match of all time.
Even that is better than whatever the hell that other stuff is.
Yeah, so, so I don't know. That was interesting to me. And then we got to the Chamber match. Cesaro and Sheamus started off.
Nice choices.
Yes, very, very nice choice. So they just slugged it out for 5 minutes.
That's what I want to see in a match. Does he do a giant swing to Sheamus? Is the big question.
He did do a giant swing. It wasn't to Sheamus. I think it was to Orton.
Nice.
30 revolutions. So yeah, very big swing.
God damn, I love Cesaro.
So yeah, the match was all right, and then things started winding down. Christian did hit a big splash off of one of the pods. Mm-hmm. Shenanigans happened where the Wyatt family showed up using voodoo powers.
Voodoo magic. I'm pretty much going to say that they're just worshipping Cthulhu at this point. Because it makes about as much sense as anything else.
Yeah. So they used voodoo magic and ambushed John Cena in the chamber, making him not be champion, which is good.
Thank God for small favors.
Yeah. Then Kane was all like, John Cena, why are you you're hurt. I got to get the Wyatts out of here. Oh, look. And then Brian, like, knees him in the face. You know, because Brian is all, I hate you, Kane. Because you've been screwing me over so many times.
Because we need Daniel Bryan for something so we can stop the fans from bitching.
Yeah. So, cheap shot, RKO. Brian did kick out of an RKO, by the way, so...
That's nice to see.
It's... Sure, it's bittersweet. Sure, it's disappointing. But at the very least, he was in the main event.
For summary, it was better than nothing, I guess.
Yes. I'm sure it does suck, still. And it does suck that they're going to go on with the storyline that
I think it
nobody wants.
I think it, it's because of this movie that's coming out, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's the only reason.
What? Is that the one with Batista?
Yeah, that's the one with Batista in it.
Oh.
And he plays plays like a dude that is like rainbow colors, shit like that, and it's kind of it has a kind of awesome trailer that just came out recently that I really liked. But McMahon stomping on things that is really just of the now, says, hey, let's screw over one of our better people, somebody that somebody else likes, and try to get a quick buck with all the other people who probably know Batista from this movie, and we'll get him onto on this show. It's the same logic that Ted, like, freaking The Rock on Voyager, on Star Trek Voyager, to battle Jerry Ryan.
Yeah, I remember that. Vaguely.
Yeah, and I'll put it to you simply like this.
I started watching Voyager.
What?
I started to watch Voyager after that.
Okay, it worked for one person. But then again, you were just attracted to Jerry Ryan at that point. She was in skin-tight outfits, after all.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, anyway. I had a point and then I forgot it. Oh, Batista.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Batista's match versus Del Rio. I forget about that. That match didn't last very long. 8 minutes. Because Del Rio was all like, oh, I'm so hurt. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Ambush with a crutch.
Ambush with a crutch. Yeah. I'm so heel right now.
Yeah. And the crowd loves it.
Because
obviously.
It's the least... Because it's the least little bit that you can give Del Rio, and right now everybody is kind of angry at Batista.
Yeah. Everybody hates Batista, so...
Which honestly, I can't be angry at him, because once again, this isn't the fault of the actors, it's the fault of the stupid fucking writers in the background.
Well, there's other reasons why to boo him, because he was pretty much gassed the entire match. He is not in ring shape, and we'll get into that more on Raw.
Which makes logical sense to me. Yeah. Like, the dude's not been in the rings for a while.
But it seems like he hasn't been training. It's that obvious.
That's sad. If I remember correctly, when The Rock went back in the ring, he looked like he was still in his A game, if I remember correctly.
Well, he was gassed a little bit, but not at this level.
Well, I can see that. To be fair, here, you do have a little bit of a gas when you are a little bit out of the ring and you're not as experienced on it. Plus, you're a little bit older, so that probably doesn't help. But for what you can do, you should be able to do your job a little bit better than this, if I remember correctly, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get on to Raw.
All right, let's hear what happened in Raw.
Raw. Okay, so it starts out with the returning Hulk Hogan. Brother.
Here is a pants-shitting moment you thought you'd never see again, people.
Brother.
Or in other words, Hulk needs that enough. Hulk that needs that. Crap, was it
paycheck?
Yeah, he needs that paycheck.
Yeah.
For his mortgage. I was gonna say like annulment or something like that.
I don't know,
but
you know, I think that Vince can keep Hogan on a leash this time, because you watch TNA or try to watch TNA, it was like,
I think,
here you go.
I think try is the best word.
I mean, with WCW and TNA, you know, he pretty much had creative control, executive producer, whatever he had.
His ego went wild.
Yeah, his ego was running wild, you can say. So, you know, I think this can work as long as, you know, 1, he doesn't wrestle, 2, he doesn't have that much power. And if it does, just do maybe 1 or 2 matches, that's it.
Just have him be the turret guy who just punches a lot and takes a few shots. That's all we need from him.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't need him to wrestle in like a full match. We just need him to, you know, Hulk out a little bit and then get punched a little bit, and then he punches back and hits, and maybe hit the jump, maybe hit the leg drop. That's about it.
Yeah. That's all. That's all we need. We don't need, you know, the old whatever happened on TNA. We don't need any of that shit. We don't need the mystical ring of power storyline.
We don't need our Hulk Lantern, if you will.
Yeah. So he comes out. He says that he's home once again. He puts over the network, and he's the WrestleMania 30 host. Brother. And that's it.
Which, you know, which I would admit, for number 30, that makes a good choice. Because wasn't it WrestleMania 3 that he had that big match with Andre the Giant?
Yes.
That totally got shot out of the waters by Randy Savage and Ricky the Steamboat Dragon.
Yes.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But, you know, that's here nor there. Plus, Steamboat still got it, so we got a little up on that.
Yeah. Right. So, anyway, so after that, we immediately have a Colegasm over the network, as Michael Cole is marking out so hard about the awesome things you can do with the network on your iPad and your Fire and JBL's laptop.
He's selling it like a $10 whore.
Yeah, and JBL's just looking there with his laptops like, hey, I have a real computer.
You know, I can watch this shit if I want to on a real stuff. Hell, I probably could just get it.
Yeah, and JBL's all like, yeah, I can search for myself and watch myself. I've been doing that all day.
Okay. Do you need some private time, Mr.
He goes, here I am, facing The Undertaker. Here I am, facing Batista. Here I am, facing John Cena. And Michael Cole's like, and you lost, and you lost, and you lost. And he goes, no, I didn't. I won that match.
Yes, you did win that match against Undertaker. And what, WrestleMania? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So we have matches to get through. First one, rematch from the previous night: Alberto Del Rio versus Batista, or Bootista.
Yeah, from what I've heard online, it was Bootista.
Yeah, it was definitely Bootista. There were audible. The crowd was pretty audible about this. Okay, I did write notes.
I feel bad for him on this, but in the same way, you know, you got yourself to blame for this one.
Okay, I write down, Batista spends a lot of the match on the mat, meaning he's just laying down.
Yeah, just give him a while. He's trying to take his breath.
Yeah. Obviously not in shape, not in ring shape.
Mm-hmm.
Orton eventually shows up. He plays his music, and then Batista's go like, "What? My WrestleMania opponent?" And then Del Rio wins with a roll up.
Mm-hmm.
And they get meta. Then Orton goes, yeah, you listen to all these people. They don't like you very much.
No.
And then
Really?
Batista goes, oh yeah? Well, I love this business. Boo!
I'm surprised at that.
He gets booed for that comment.
Wow. You know you're not liked when you're trying to mark out and no one's buying your shit for 10 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then Orton leaves and Batista's like, "Rrr, I don't like him." He leaves.
I tried to be the nice guy, but no one likes me. Wah.
No, what happened to the old Batista? You guys like me, right? No.
Wah, wah, wah.
So, anyways, match number 2, we have Big E versus Cesaro in a match where I call the Battle of the Shortened Names.
I see where you got that. I see what you did there. Clever.
Yeah. Yes, because WWE officially shortened Big E Langston's name to just Big E, and Cesaro's name, Antonio Cesaro, because their logic is Antonio is not a tough name.
Never mind the fact that he can whip 7 types of ass.
Yeah.
Honestly, you don't need an overly tough name if you can do so much awesome.
Okay, and the spot of the night. Okay, so basically Big E tries to do his train attack, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He jumps up, Cesaro catches him in midair, deadlifts him over his head into a tilt-a-whirl slam.
Nice!
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. That's it.
Yeah. I'm still calling it. You are awesome, good sir.
Jack Swagger is mad because he lost his championship match with Big E, so he kind of interferes, and Cesaro's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then Zeb Coulter's standing there. It's like, "Okay, stay back, you guys. Don't want any fighting." You know,
all that good stuff.
Yeah, Big E tries to sneak attack Jack Swagger, but then Cesaro hits him with the neutralizer. That's equalizer. Whatever. The awesome move
thing
that
he does.
Yes, the thing he does.
He does.
Right. So, we have that. Next up, we have John Cena. He comes out and it's about, well, first he puts over Hogan in the network and he goes, well, that prediction that I made with, you got to go through me, that's bold moves. And what those Wyatts did, that was bold too. So I want to call them out. He calls them out.
Huh. I'm kind of confused by this, but I'll take your word on it.
Basically, John Cena is eyeing the end of his career and seeing the new generation, come up. It's like one of those pass the torch sort of things.
Oh, he's doing the Andre to Hulk Hogan thing?
Sort of, yeah. It's like, if you want to carry the WWE on your shoulders, you got to beat me to do it.
But, it's kind of a little more blatant around this time.
Yeah.
You don't need to...
It is, but, it works because...
I guess.
It's been... I wanted to look this up, but John Cena has been in, 12 straight WrestleMania main events? Or 11, whatever. Either with the title, defending the title, going for the title, or last on... Well, and then versus The Rock.
And then versus The Rock, which was the big drive for one of the title, for one of the WrestleMania. So overall, yeah, it's been very Cena-centric the last decade.
Right. So, anyway.
And we're getting fucking sick and tired of it.
Yeah, we're beyond sick and tired of it. So, the Wyatt family come out. And they go that they stand for the real thing. something. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing all of Bray Wyatt's, metaphors and all this stuff.
Talky shit.
Yes, because I can't do a decent impression of him yet.
And we're working on it, folks. Give us about a few minutes. Actually, a few hours. Okay. Right. Okay, we're going to need a month or so. Right. But we'll be back.
He goes, "We are the reapers of the era of lies." See? That was pretty good.
You gotta go a little bit more, I want to say Southern Baptist, like, "We are the reapers of all the lies," like sort of thing. Right. That's why I think he's doing more.
It would, but he doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, I'm a bad impersonator as it is, so you don't need my input on that.
So then they all fight. Cena gets beat down. Cena seems to tweak his knee. It's a work, by the way.
Yay.
So the Wyatts are victorious, and then they walk away. That's it. They do the whole pose thing. Now, next up, we have another match. We have Christian versus Sheamus.
Joy.
This match got weird because the match starts out with Christian slaps Sheamus. Sheamus orgasms.
Sheamus pulls his shit out. Literally dumps a load on the carpet. Joy.
Yeah, and then Christian is in a rest hold or something and decides to bite Sheamus's ass. Lower back, still.
Nah, there's nothing sexual about this.
The crowd was pretty much dead during the entire match.
They were just awkwardly staring. Like, we don't know what to do. This is getting creepy.
Match ends with double axe handle countered into bro kick.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus wins because Christian, sucks at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a new attitude. He's a heel now.
He's a bad guy. He's a batty mean.
Next up, we go backstage with the Shield. No shaky camera this time.
Yeah, thank God. Do they have a fucking tripod?
Yeah. It was just them talking. And Ambrose is like, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." Because I got separated during the match, and I got lost backstage. I got popcorn or something. I don't know.
I got popcorn in my teeth. I gotta get it out.
Yeah. So screw you guys. I'm going home. And then Bray Wyatt shows up. It's like, "Hey." And then Reigns goes, I'm challenging you. No family, no hounds." And then Bray Wyatt goes like, "Okay."
Creepy silence.
Okay, so that's the end of that segment.
It's like, "Yes, I want to fight. All right.
We have some unfinished business."
My life would be 10 times easier if that had happened most of the time.
I just thought of something. I would buy, in an instant, a DVD of Bray Wyatt promos.
Honestly, I would buy a bunch of DVDs of Bray Wyatt promos, play them in front of a Baptist church, and say, "This is what you sound like to all of us."
90 minutes of Bray Wyatt. Yes, please.
Oh, God. I think many people would buy that just out of morbid curiosity. But then again, like I said, I'd buy that and show that to a bunch of Baptists and say, "This is what you sound like to the rest of us. Knock it off."
All right. Oh, I have a bed idea. I'll be right back. Entertain the fans.
Oh, God. What did I get Casey into now? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's check out any other news that's happening on the World Wide Web while Casey is gone. Wrestling news.
Oh, yeah, I'm back.
Ah, God damn it, I was about to get started.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, backstage, Hulk Hogan. Oh yeah, Mick Foley. Mick Foley. I love this.
All right.
Mick Foley was talking on Twitter, and you could see the picture of most of the people he said. Pretty much the reaction of pretty much the tweet said like reaction that people had to Elimination Chamber, and it was just everybody just blanks, just a blank stare of 5 people.
Yeah. All right.
I just love that because I'm a bastard.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, what are you doing?
Okay. Well, what am I doing? I got here a book.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you should call Mr. Rooter. You know, because he's an expert. He can clog your drains when they need cleaning. Complete with plumbing repairs.
So you want him to do the Morgan Freeman thing.
And they will kill your disposals.
Yes, the Morgan Freeman idea that Morgan Freeman can even make the sound of reading the phone book interesting.
And clear all your water lines. Follow the buzzards.
That is just amazing.
Okay, I'm done with that. That was horrible.
It was, but it was worth it. I think we all...
As bad as Bad News Barrett having his podium stuck. He had 2 segments during the pay-per-view.
And his podium got stuck.
Yeah. And on the second one, his podium wouldn't go back up. So he still did the bit.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You improvise when you get stuck.
Okay, so match number 4. Back to business.
Okay.
We have Daniel Bryan versus Kane because this needs to be taken care of.
Yes, we gotta take care of something that is serious about this shit.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna... I didn't really pay much attention to this match, mainly because it's a storyline match that needs to happen just so we can get it over with.
It's honestly a match that no one cares.
Yeah. So we have...
Which is kind of sad because, you know, like we've said before, we want Daniel Bryan in something else, but no, we're not allowed to do that anymore.
Right. So anyways, Daniel Bryan hits Kane with the flying knee and wins. Gets on the microphone and calls Triple H a coward because during the pre-show, exclusively on the network...
Because, you know, you gotta sell yourself like the $10 whore that you truly are, WWE.
Yeah. And he calls Triple H a coward because he challenged him at WrestleMania. So, you know, he was pretty pissed off about it. You know, it's like, you won't let me get the title! You suck! And he actually showed emotion.
And about 50 million other people agree with him completely.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's the thing. We also get, for SmackDown, we get a preview for SmackDown. It's going to be Batista, and he's going to speak to the WWE Universe about how he really feels.
And no one is going to give a shit at this point.
Oh, they will. They're just going to boo the hell out of him.
True.
Because this is going to be one of the... I think Batista finally gets it through his head. It's like, oh, he's going to be a heel now.
Well, I think it's going to be that he has to be a heel at this point because he's so hated by the fans at this point. There's no other way to go for this.
Mm-hmm. So
you can't make him a face unless you're that delusional.
Yeah, he tried that. Didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 5th match of the night, the throwaway match. We have Summer Rae versus Emma.
Our bathroom break match. Gotcha.
Yes, Emma entrance involves doing her dance and popping bubbles.
Fucking bubbles.
Summer Rae is hot as always, and then Emma's just kind of plain, really. And Emma pulls out the victory with her stretch move.
Like the
Emma-lution submission hold.
Okay, so it's like a very lame octopus stretch.
Well, yeah, but, since Summer Rae's, nimble, it looks like it hurts.
It looks like it's actually breaking her in half because she doesn't have the mass to honestly hold the pose correctly.
Yeah, so anyways, that happened.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's a Divas match, it's a bathroom match.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Usos versus New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws were victorious in their rematch, whatever. They're having another match. The bell rings, and then Road Dogg's all like, okay, I need you guys to get out of the ring because we got to do our intro because it wasn't on TV, so we got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Usos leave. They get out of the ring. And Road Dogg goes through his normal speech, and then he gets super kicked because the match has, well, technically it already started.
Yeah.
Superfly splash. Usos pick up the surprise victory.
Hooray?
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're actually the champs now?
No, they're not actually the champs yet.
Go figure.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so main event time. Yes, this is your main event. We have Roman Reigns versus Wade. Oh, wait. Bray
Not
Wyatt. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I'm not in this
match. I'm not in this match. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, Bray Wyatt, I think is the name you're searching for.
Hey, this is supposed to be my match.
Well, sorry, I just got kind of confused. Our names are very similar.
Why don't you go up on your little pedestal of lies and then go fall off and die, why don't you?
Okay. And he just looks and dies. No, I've got nothing else better to do besides telling people about bad news, and, well, my death would be a really bad news. I mean, Harold Ramis already died, and we're not doing anything about that because that's kind of disrespectful, but then again, that never stopped us before, and I'm going on.
Okay, so they have their match. It was kind of mad because it didn't have everyone else.
Yeah.
It just didn't really work.
I think this was a the last minute sort of thing, if you get my understanding.
Yeah. Anyways, the family show up eventually, and then surprise Rollins flips over everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
naturally, he ninjas his way in.
Yeah, he ninjas his way in, and it looks like, well, it's 2 against 1, so Rollins is kind of boned, but here comes Dean Ambrose. He decides to show up.
Naturally,
and
we gotta.
Everyone fights. Shield are.
And then they fight, and 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 they fight.
Yeah, yeah. The Shield are victorious, and that's not the end of the show because we got one more segment.
Yeah, we have one more segment after this.
Yeah.
Though, honestly, you could have skipped this match, and I think there would have been no loss to it. From what I've heard, it was just a very forgettable match.
It was. But hey. Alright, so Brock Lesnar. He's in the
Brock Lesnar, as we can say.
Yes. he comes out with Paul Heyman, and there's a table, there's a contract there. Mm-hmm. There they go. Brock Lesnar wants a title shot, but the Authority doesn't seem to have the conquered
cojones, if that's the word you're searching for.
Yeah, that and conquered, because Paul Heyman says the word conquered about 50 times just because it's on Brock Lesnar's t-shirt. Sponsored by Jimmy John's.
We're trying to go with a theme here.
Sponsored by Jimmy John's.
Naturally. They make good sandwiches there.
Jimmy John's, please sponsor us.
Yes, we would like a sponsor as well. We're about as big as whores as Brock Lesnar is.
You can pay me in sandwiches.
Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Pay me in sandwiches as well. Hell, I don't eat a lot. I only eat your Slims.
Alright, So they don't get their title shot. However, they get an open contract to face whoever they want at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman's obviously pissed about this because he goes over Brock's accolades and how he conquers all things to be conquered history stuff.
Conquer, 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 conquer. Pretty much is that how it sounded?
Yeah, pretty much. And he throws down, he tosses the contract. He wants history. Oh, WrestleMania, history. What do you think it is?
Gee, I wonder what's going to happen next.
Dong.
Naturally.
Here comes The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker returns.
Yay.
And then Brock's all like, yeah, beat The Undertaker. That sounds like a good idea to me. So then he eagerly, Undertaker eventually gets into the ring.
He takes his sweet-ass time as usual.
Yes. Brock Lesnar opens up the contract, signs his name. He gives the pin. He slaps the pin into The Undertaker. Undertaker just looks at him demonically. And Lesnar has his hand down on the contract. It's like, here, sign it. And then Undertaker grabs the pin and just stabs Lesnar in the hand with the pin.
Oh, that's mean. I mean, that's mean, man.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as gruesome as the time when Mr. McMahon signed his match with Hulk Hogan in blood. Hogan's blood. Yeah, but anyway, so Undertaker stabs Brock Lesnar and then chokeslams him through the table. The normal table this time.
Naturally.
Yeah. And Undertaker is going to WrestleMania versus Brock Lesnar. So we have that. We have the championship match that nobody cares about. And we have Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Not official, but it will be.
But pretty much is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do we have any other egos we need to stroke? Oh, wait, Hulk Hogan, you're here.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing something, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, and still no word on Punk. Next week is the Chicago show.
Apparently nobody took us up on our Jason David Frank idea.
Yeah.
You bastards, our talents are wasted on you.
Yeah, I know, right?
God damn it.
Yeah.
People never listen to genius.
I know what you mean. Yeah. So next week we have the Big Raw.
Hopefully something happens. Something did happen this week. It was just pretty much a bunch of setup.
Yeah, it's all set up, but
hopefully, like, we get some matches in there. I kind of doubt it because we're going to be setting up a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's WrestleMania season,
right? And the Chicago crowd is going to be rabid. That's going to be
and pissed off.
Yes.
You could take rabid in many altered directions, but I think rabid and pissed off is going to be the most accurate term for them.
Yeah.
Because like we've seen multiple times, they do not suffer fool's judgment, especially with a hometown boy like CM Punk.
Right. Yeah. I have no idea what's going to happen. What's speculated is that they're going to front load with Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryan probably.
Yeah, probably.
And Undertaker.
Yeah. Most likely.
Yeah, so front load with those three, but
I wouldn't be surprised if Punk does appear in it. Because, that would seem like the opportune time to do it.
Yes. It's the perfect time to do it. If it was a work, but I don't know.
Like we said, we'll have to find out.
Yeah. So we have ongoing WrestleMania coverage, and
hopefully something happens with Punk.
Yeah, hopefully something happens with Punk, And we're also in the season of video packages, so you have that to look forward to.
Oh, joy! And here I thought I was wasting my time already.
Yeah. So, less wrestling matches, more video packages, which we will mention each and every time.
Every time that it happens!
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't write down every time that Michael Cole mentioned the app or the network.
Oh, good lord. That'd be like the worst drinking game in the world.
Yes, we'll all be dead.
We would be dead in a minute.
Yeah. Anyways. So. Alright. Oh.
Alright, let's just...
The music has started up again. The music's playing us out.
Yeah, that actually seems very appropriate.
Yes. So,
anyways, we'll see you next time, folks.
On the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast, SFW.